All right, I'm back with part 3 of the Stitch and Eye coverage. Even though I still use the same thumbnail, Stitch ain't loyal. It's kind of funny. So, we actually find out in episode 6 or 7 that, yeah, instead of actually showing it in the freaking show, they decide to actually just tell us when the intro of the TV show starts. It's like, oh, so it turns out that Stitch forgot his memory. Somehow he lost his memory. And I can kind of understand it, I suppose, where it's like he's falling down from Earth. There's not a lot of freaking damn air in space, but of course he's a damn space alien / experiment, means that why does he need a lot of air? I think he's able to adapt to that, but we can still say, oh, well, he fell from the sky, and that might have actually brain damage. On the other hand, not really, because even so, we try to use that in the movie, the original movie. He, again, fell from the damn space as well. Actually, no, he had a spaceship. Okay, so there we go. Maybe that will work. But the bottom line is, apparently, Stitch is loyal. It's just that he doesn't have his memories. He's trying to get his memories back. He kind of see a glimpse. He kind of does remember a few things and enjoy a few things. But the sad part is that unless he goes to this shrine / temple, he won't actually have his memories restored. That's pretty weird. So let's see, then 8 and 9 and 10 showed up as well. We actually get a nice little freaking tablet from a forgotten temple. That's the Temple of the Phoenix, if we're going to call it something, or Shrine of the Phoenix. So the Phoenix actually had some rubble. And in this rubble, there was like a little, this is kind of like a medium stone or somewhat large stone. Actually shows that Stitch has an extra form somehow. Even though it's like, wow, Jamba, you didn't mention anything about Stitch having another form. It's like, yeah, you would figure, he's indestructible, very powerful. It's like, but he never mentioned the fact of there's another form to Stitch where he's able to grow very tall and I think his hands turn into blasters. Or at least that's what I kind of see. And oh yeah, his eyes turn red. It's like, what the freaking damn hell is going on here? But yeah, the good news is that Stitch is loyal. It's just that his memories aren't. So he's going to have to figure out eventually, as soon as they find a shrine, he'll remember. And does that mean that at the very end, Stitch's gonna have to say goodbye to Eye and he goes back to Lilo? Or are we going to be cool enough to actually say, oh, you were right. When he returned back to Earth, it turns out that Lilo is a teenager, an adult, or maybe old. And here we go with Eye gets to keep Stitch this time. Until next time, where he goes somewhere else in space, time seasons change throughout the stars. And it's like, oh, well, there we go again. Eye is now a teenager. Eye is an adult. She doesn't have time for Stitch, and now a new person. Most likely in India. It's like, yes, most likely in India. India's next. Or Mexico. I don't know. But my gosh, Stitch is going to jump around a lot if we're going to continue on with this formula of rinse and repeat. So, I'm just going to end it right there. I do have to admit, episode 10 was truly interesting. Like, episode 10 is, like, really interesting. But because I truly believe that this series, and I looked on demand. On Demand does not have the series. So, like I figured, this series is for China alone. So for us to actually find out, or me talking about it, it's like, dude, you ain't supposed to know about this. Disney never wanted you to know. But of course, on the other hand, again, it's translated to English, so I'm confused. It's like, I should be reading subtitles, but instead I get it half dubbed, and I'm not sure. Does that mean the Chinese people enjoy listening to it in English as well? I have no clue. Of course, if you live in China and you actually like to show insight on this, please do, because I'm not really sure what's exactly is going on here. I personally would have thought subtitles, I have to deal with subtitles. I'm fine with subtitles, but no idea what's going on here.